Welcome back to the program, everyone. My name is Dr. Dan, and I'm a pharmacist turned weight management specialist. Today, we're talking about exercise. In particular, what is the best exercise for weight loss? Now, I have no doubt that if you've ever tried losing weight or wanted to work towards a healthier lifestyle, you have likely typed some variation of what is the best exercise for weight loss into Google. Or maybe you just thought about it, Bill Gates and Facebook then read your mind, and suddenly there was all these ads and articles that were popping up providing you the information about what is the best exercise. I know my Alexa does crap like that to me all the time, and it literally creeps me the F out. And it's either I'm talking in my sleep about it, or I probably talk a lot just in general to myself, and she really picks up and takes that into account, and she likes to personalize the ads and the information that I need. Anywho, we've all kind of wondered what is the best exercise, or how do I spot reduce on our stomach, or what can I do in terms of moving my body to help me reach my goals. And this topic is quite common amongst my clients, and in fact they actually create a lot of if-then statements, I find. So it's kind of, if I were able to exercise more, then I could lose weight, or if I wasn't injured, then I could get to the gym and lose weight. You kind of get what I'm saying here? But the reality is, though, exercise really doesn't do much for weight loss, or at least as much as it seems like it should be based on your effort, perspiration, your soreness, or the brightness of the light that's coming at the end of the tunnel as you're slowly passing into the afterlife while doing your 26th burpee. And in fact, there was a lovely Cochrane review that looked at exercise alone and how effective it was for weight loss. And what they found is that on average, individuals lost between half a kilo up to 4 kilograms. And then they compared that to a group that was focusing on diet alone and just creating a calorie deficit. And the calorie deficit group actually lost between 2.8 and 13.6 kilograms. So clearly there's a stark difference between the two. And exercise really is just a modest at best in providing weight loss results. And as a quick aside, burpees are probably one of the most overrated and useless exercises you could possibly do. And walking is in fact one of the most underrated and one of the most beneficial exercises you can do. So just a little FYI in case someone says you need to do burpees. This is just very much a pet peeve / one of my Danisms. So just keep that in mind. And to further hammer my point home and give you guys a bit more of a visual representation, I want you to check out this figure that came from that Cochrane review. And what we're looking at here is you're looking at diet alone versus exercise alone in terms of weight loss. And as you can see, all the little green squares and little lines that they have around them are all on the right side of this line that says 0. And you can kind of think of 0 kind of like Sweden. It's neutral. However, unlike Sweden, 0 does not produce good meatballs, and they also don't lead to divorce via the assembly of furniture. So whichever side the green and black squares are falling on this graph indicates it favors one intervention over another. And in this case, diet is favored over exercise alone for the use in weight loss. All right, cool. So we've gotten the point home that exercise isn't that great for weight loss. But when we exercise, we still create a calorie deficit. So how the hell are we not actually losing weight because of exercise? And there's a couple of ideas as to why this is the case. Number one, really exercise in your activity that you engage in on a day-to-day basis makes up a very small fraction of the larger picture of how many calories you actually burn on a regular basis. You see, most of the calories that we burn in a day are basically burned just to keep the proverbial lights on of our body and keep things functioning and humming along like normal. That's essentially our basal metabolic rate, and it consumes the largest amount of our calories in the day-to-day. How much calories we burn based on that basal metabolic rate is largely out of your control. Now, to further that point, what might actually happen when you do exercise is that your body may actually undergo metabolic changes in order to slow down that basal metabolic rate because it sees physical activity and burning energy as an evolutionary disadvantage. It's saying, hey, great, you're exercising, feels good and stuff, but we kind of need this energy in case, a zombie apocalypse or another famine or something like that happens. So we're going to slow things down. You're probably trying to lose weight and, okay, that's cool, but sorry, we're going to slow things down a bit here for you. So you can thank evolution for that, the asshole that they are. Number two, people tend to increase their food intake following exercise. But sometimes without even realizing it, people will overestimate how much that they burn during their exercise session and think that they need to eat that back in calories in order to maintain or properly feed their body. The reality is they actually don't burn as much as they think, and they end up consuming too many calories and negate whatever calorie deficit they created via exercise. Or people will actually reward themselves because they did work out. And we have this false dichotomy, if you will, that happens when, hey, I'm going to go home and eat healthy food. Well, I can have extra of it because it's healthy. Calories are still calories, and if you're consuming extra calories and you negate whatever calorie deficit you created during exercise, things are going to balance out and you're not going to have that calorie deficit anymore. Or in the case of me, it's kind of like, yay me, I went and worked out. Instead of a small pizza, I'm going to get a large pizza. I've done that more than once. The third thing that happens is that people often slow down and actually become lazier following a workout. And let me give you a bit of an example. I live on the 4th floor of my condo complex, and on the days that I go for a workout, walking up the stairs to my 4th floor condo sounds like a terrible idea, especially after leg day. You see, I have to conserve whatever strength and energy I have left in order to stand up from the toilet, let alone trying to get up the stairs. So why would I waste my time there? I'm just going to take the elevator. And same thing for everybody else. We just tend to move less after we have a workout compared to our non-workout days where we might be doing other house chores and that sort of thing. I know, exercise sucks for weight loss. So the big question is, well, why do we even bother? Why would we even look to exercise in terms of weight loss? And this is a great question. And fundamentally, we shouldn't be going and exercising for the purpose of weight loss. We should exercise and get moving our body for the amazing things that it does for our health. No, seriously, it does really quite some amazing things. And in fact, many chronic diseases such as high blood pressure, high blood sugars, high cholesterol, all of these actually improve with exercise alone without any changes to your diet or without losing any weight. You see, we've come a long way in what we can do in medicine and the number of Dr. Google experts that are out there. But fundamentally, there is nothing that I can prescribe, no surgery that you can get, or even therapy that we can think of that even compares to how good exercise is for improving your health. Now, as another caveat point here, exercise may not be good for weight loss, but what we do know is that it is foundational when it comes to maintaining whatever weight that you've lost. So it's extremely important in weight maintenance. So regular activity can help to manage and prevent just about every single chronic disease known to man. Everything from your heart health to your mental well-being to your sex drive, exercise and activity can have a benefit on. And the more that you can do, the better. Now, the minimum amount of exercise that's generally recommended is approximately 30 minutes per day or about 120 minutes per week. That's just the minimum. However, what we know from a group of patients from the National Weight Control Registry, now these individuals are ones that have lost at least 30 pounds and they've kept the weight off long term. What we know from them is that they engage in about an hour of physical activity every single day. So 30 minutes of activity is fantastic, but if you can build yourself up to getting at least 60 minutes of exercise in a day, that's even better. And in fact, when I work with my clients, one of the stipulations that we lay out initially is that there has to be some kind of activity that we work on. We work within your means and whatever you've got going on, but activity is so vitally important for so many things and just improving and helping with the whole weight management process that it has to happen. Now, I'm not saying you need to run over to Gold's Gym and start pumping iron like Arnold Schwarzenegger. The biggest thing that you need to focus on is just what do you enjoy and fundamentally what can you do? With some of my clients, we start with them putting their shoes on and taking their shoes off. Boom, that's your activity for the day. Let's do that for a week. Awesome. Week 2, we're going to put our shoes on. We're going to walk to our front door, step out on the front porch, open the door back up, go back inside and take our shoes off. Boom, that's week 2. That's your activity. So we slowly build up over time until maybe they're walking, until maybe they're running. And in some cases, I've had some clients that have gone as far as engaging in actually doing amateur powerlifting competitions. But really the most important thing is just getting your body moving. It can be a short walk, it can be going out into the yard and gardening. Really, it's going to depend on what you like to do for activity and what are the things that are going to be sustainable for you to do for the long term. Fundamentally, the possibilities are endless. The key is just to start and to be consistent. So how are you going to work to becoming more active? Until next time, my friends, my name is Dr. Dan, and don't forget to hit the button down below to subscribe so you don't miss another video from me. And of course, check me out on my other channels at the official Dr. Dan. We're on just about every single social media channel out there where I put out tons of great content and information. As well, if you need more info, check out our website, healthcareevolved.ca, and you can also book a free consult with myself where we can review your exercise and activity patterns. And that's it for today, everyone.